All right, it is May 2nd. This is week 15 of engineering ethics at NJIT. I'm Dan Estrada, the instructor. Thanks for sticking around for the entire course. We are at the very end of the course. We're on lesson 15. Let me go ahead and jump into the course right now. Where are we? Here we are. Good, so we're on lesson 15, the final lesson of the course. There's no new material for this week. I really just want you to reflect on what you've learned this semester over the last 15 weeks. You might go back to your first lesson and see what you wrote as an introduction, what you expected to learn, see how that matches up. A lot of you have already done this. The last things I have to say are really just make sure you do this lesson 15 if you're worried about your grade. It's worth 100 points as much as any other lesson, but this is basically free credit. I'm not grading down on any of this, so it's a free 100 points. Make sure you do it. A lot of students sometimes forget to do this last thing, and it ends up taking them down a grade or a half grade or something. If you already have the 1440 required for an A and you don't want to do lesson 15, that's fine. I'm not going to grade you down for that. This is the grading scale for the course. You need at least 800 points to pass the course. And then these are the rest of the grading scales. You need 1440 points in order to get an A. Anything less than 800 points is a failing grade. So those last few points might count. So remember, there's lesson 15 points. You still have to do replies for lesson 14. Those are due tonight. Lesson 15 is due this Friday. There's also the extra credit assignments that you can also do by this Friday. And that's up to 50 points total, or 45 points if you didn't do the first one on time. But you can do both of those extra credit assignments and 2 replies in the extra credit forum for up to 45 points. The final attendance grade for this Hangout will also be worth 5 points, and the word for that is ethics. If you want to type the word ethics into the grade here, I'll put that here. And everyone logs off as soon as I said it. Okay. And that's the final list of assignments. Make sure you complete those all. I won't accept any credit after Friday. The last thing to say is that I have been trying to respond to all the emails. I have a handful of emails, like 5 or 6, that I haven't responded to from the last week or so. If you've sent me an email about a question that you have over the last 6 days and I haven't responded to it yet, please give me a few more minutes. I'm going to respond to those right after this video lecture is over. If you find a mistake in your grading, send me an email and I'll look it over and I'll see what I can do. If you've sent me an email and you don't hear back from me by tomorrow, then send me an email again. I'll keep going over all the grades until Friday. I plan to submit all the grades on Saturday, so make sure that you send me any questions or comments you have by Friday. You still have to do responses for 15. You do not have to do responses for 15. Your final post is just a what did you learn? It should be a normal length post, but once you do that, that's worth 100 points, and that's the last thing you have to do. No responses for lesson 15. I mean, if you want to go respond to people, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to stop you, but it's not required. That last post is worth 100 points, but I'm not going to be grading any replies. You can still do responses for the extra credit, that's right. For both extra credits, you can leave replies. Those replies are worth 5 points. I had previously graded them as 10 points, and so some students might find that their reply grade has gone down in the extra credit forum. That's not because you did anything wrong, it's because I adjusted the grades. So replies are worth 5 points. You can give 2 of them for a total of 10 points. And then the 2 essays are worth 20 points each. So that's 40 points plus 10 points for your replies is a total of 50 points. You cannot earn more than 50 points in the extra credit form. Good. Any other questions? I'm here today to answer your questions. Any final questions you have? I should mention that you should be able to sign the course evaluations for this class online. I think you can get through them through Moodle. The course evaluations, so there's two parts to the course evaluations. One is you fill in the bubbles about how hard the class was and so on. The bubbles are the things that administrators like. My boss likes looking at the bubbles and seeing where I score on the bubbles. My boss and his boss all the way up to the dean and the chancellor. Right? So the bosses like the bubbles. If you want me to keep teaching this class, if you want me to keep having a job, then focus on the bubbles. But if you want this course to be a better course, if you want, I teach something like 250 students a semester in this course through NJIT. It's per semester. That's like 500 students at NJIT per year are just taking my section of this course. And if you'd like the course to get better, if you would like to help your future NJIT engineering ethics students, please give me suggestions. And that's where you write out suggestions at the end of the evaluation. Give me suggestions about how to improve the course. If the writing load was too much, if the course assignments were too much. I know I was a little bit late returning back the research projects. Those take a long time to grade. But any other feedback you have for me to improve the class for future semesters, if there's topics you'd like to see covered in more detail, any kind of feedback like that would help. I do adjustments to the syllabus every semester, so please write those comments to me at the end of the evaluations. Will I be in my office hours today? I will not be in my office hours today, and I won't be in my office hours on Thursday either. I will, however, be in my office tomorrow on Wednesday. I have a meeting from 2:30 to 4, so I plan to be in my office around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, maybe 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So anytime between 11 and 2:30, you should be able to find me in my office. My office is Cullimore 420. And I'll be in my office on Wednesday afternoon from about 11 a.m. to about 2:30 in the afternoon. You might be able to catch me around 3 or 4 also if the meeting ends soon. But if you want to catch me in my office hours, catch me on Wednesday. If that doesn't work for you, I'm more than happy to work things out through email, and I might be available for other video conferences at other times. So if a video conference would work, send me an email. If you want to meet me in my office, come by Wednesday afternoon. I'll go ahead and type the secret word for today's Hangout in the chat one more time. I've already said it in the video, so you're going to need to rewind to find the secret word. Is the secret word annoying? I'm pretty sure that most people just tell their friends in class what the word is, and so not everyone watches the videos. But I want something to make you look through the videos a little bit. I don't know if the secret words are just too annoying. I know the quizzes weren't always accurate. This is the kind of feedback you can give me in the evaluations. I'd appreciate. I've only been here for 10 minutes. I assume that more students might show up over the next, yeah, it's a little fun searching for it. That's good. I assume students might continue showing up for class to ask questions, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the video chat open for the next 20 minutes or so until at least 12:30, maybe until 12:45, in case people stop by and have other questions or comments they'd like to talk about. So if you have questions, please let me know. But if that's all, if you got your secret word and everything else is good, if you have any comments and you'd like to share on the video, please jump on the video. But otherwise, thank you very much for the semester. It's always fun teaching this class. I always learn new things. Students always find new things to talk about in the research projects especially. So it's always fun to see. Yeah, the secret word is in the chat. I've also said it in the video already. I'll keep writing it in the chat. Yeah, thanks, Axels. You're one of the people who showed up pretty regularly for the videos. So thanks everyone who showed up regularly for the videos and commented in them, kept them a little less droning. Thank you. I think a lot of engineers appreciate the course as not just being another math or science course. where you have homework problems that are long, hard math problems. And I really appreciate all the students who took advantage of the writing in the class. You know, a lot of students just sort of get by through the material, and that's fine. But there are students who I think really take advantage of having space to write and sort of express their thoughts. And it's always fun to see students sort of take full advantage of the course. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Like I said, I'm going to be sticking around on the video chat for another 20 minutes. So if anyone has questions or comments, go ahead and just leave questions and comments. Bara says he kept saying he didn't enjoy. I don't know if that's a typo. Yeah, but please keep recommending people to take this class. And by the way, I teach the senior seminar, HSS 405, a senior seminar. It's focused on AI and autonomy. I do a little more hardcore philosophy, and then we go over the AI and robotic stuff in a little bit more detail than we do in this class. If you enjoyed the robotics section of this course, think about taking that senior seminar. There's some prereqs to take it. It's for seniors, but if you're interested in the class, if you like my teaching, the senior seminar is a lot of fun. Someone asks, how much does 50 points equal when added to our average? So don't think about your average. The average that it shows on Moodle is not your actual grade. So the way that Moodle does it is it adds up all the points that you have, and then it divides it by the total possible points, and then it gives you your score. And that's not what you should be doing, because the total possible points include a bunch of extra credit, and that throws off the averages. So don't think about the average that Moodle shows you. The accurate thing about the Moodle grade is your point values. So what you want to do is add up all the raw points that you get for each of the assignments. In other words, take a calculator and just add up the total points that you've earned. All your points, including the extra credit points. And then take your total score there and compare it to the final grade scale in the syllabus. This is on page 8 of the syllabus. Excuse me. This is on page 8 of the syllabus. This is the grade scale that I'm going to be using to determine your final grade. This takes extra credit into account. So the total required points in class is 1,600 points. With extra credit, it's quite a bit more than that. It's something like 1,800 points. So you can earn much more than an A. And that's supposed to help the students who struggle a little bit with the writing assignments. So don't look at your average in Moodle, look at your raw score in Moodle and compare it to this scale. And on this scale, 50 points can be quite a lot. So 50 points is almost the difference between a C plus and a B. Right, 50 points can be the difference between half a letter grade. 100 points, the lesson 15 is worth 100 points. If you just write that assignment, just the post, that's 100 points that you get almost for free. You don't have to do any replies, no quiz for lesson 15. So just that last post is worth 100 points, and that can definitely make the difference between a letter grade, a B and a B plus, between failing and not failing. So 50 points matters. Those extra credit assignments can definitely help. Emron asks if we include non-autonomous ethical situations in the HSS class. Yeah, absolutely. We talk in quite a bit more detail about killer robots, even sort of remote-controlled killer robots. People blessing me in chat. That's nice. Smith says his best class he's taken so far, his first online class, and he really enjoyed it. He attended all the Hangouts. Yes, you did. Thanks for the material and content. Thank you very much, Smith. Thank you for showing up all the time to the Hangouts. They didn't always go smoothly, but I appreciated the contributions. I find that the real key to running a successful online course, and you might tell this to future instructors, is just being available, showing people that you're actually in the course, that you're showing up regularly, that you're grading things regularly. These online Hangouts, I think, help a lot. And the contribution back from the class, the only thing I do is the Hangouts and set up all the course material, but what makes it feel like a class is everyone talking to each other in the forums. And so I appreciate that's all work that you all did. So thank you all. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Lecture's over. I don't have anything more to say. If anyone wants to share their own thoughts on the video chat, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, thank you everyone for showing up. The secret word is in the chat, and I'll keep saying it in the chat. I've already said it in the video, earlier in the video. The secret word is ethics. But I'll stay on chat. I'll stay in the video for the next 20 minutes or so, in case anyone else shows up and has any questions. Yes, thanks, Axels. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Emron. Have a good summer, everyone. Hi, Amaka asks if we need to do replies for week 15. You do not need to do any replies for week 15. Your lesson 15 post is just the what you learned post. It should be a normal length post, 450 words or so. But that's worth 100 points. I'm not really grading those down. You're going to get 100 points if you do that assignment. And that's 100 points total. You don't need to do any replies, no quiz for lesson 15. No problem. Sorry, question. How many replies do we need for the extra credit? Yeah. So you don't, there's no necessary, it's all extra credit, so you're not going to get graded down if you don't do replies. But you can earn a maximum of 50 points for that whole forum. That 50 points is 40 points, 20 points each for the essays. There's 2 essays, so that's 40 points. And then 10 more points for replies. I'm giving replies 5 points each, so that means you can leave 2 replies for credit. And the idea is you leave 1 on each essay subform. So yeah, each essay is worth 20 points each. That's 40 points. Plus 2 replies, 5 points each is 50 points. You cannot earn more than 50 points. So if you already do the 2 essays and you do 2 replies, any additional replies you do won't get additional credit. I hope that explains it. How do you know if you have to do the extra credits or not? If you have above a 90, don't think like that. So it's not above a 90. The 90 here is if you add, if you're looking at the Moodle average, don't look at the Moodle average. That's not the right way of doing this. You want to add up all your points, right? Add up your raw score on Moodle, and then compare your raw score to the syllabus. To the syllabus score. So this is the score in the syllabus. So so you want to do the extra credit. So like if you have 1,370 points, if you have 1,370 points doing all the work that you've done, 1,370 points is almost a B plus, but it's not quite a B plus. 1,370 points, you need 22 more points to get a B plus. So doing one of the extra credit essays and 1 reply would give you 25 points, which would put you over that threshold. If you have over 1,440 points, you do not need to do the extra credit. If you have over 1,440 points, you've earned an A. There's no higher grade than an A. So any additional credit you get won't change your grade. If you're confident that you've earned over 1,440 points, you don't need to do extra credit. If you've earned less than 1,440 points and doing 45 or 50 points of extra credit work sets you over the next threshold in the syllabus grading scale, then you want to do that extra credit. I'm not being picky on the way that I grade the extra credit. It's basically if you do it or not. So if those extra 20 or 25 or 40 points will set you over the next threshold for the next grade, letter grade, then you want to do the extra credit. And if you're more than 45 or 50 points away from that threshold, and doing that work won't set you over the threshold, then it's probably not necessary. But you want to make sure that that's where your grade actually lies. So go through all your assignments, make sure that everything you've done has been graded. If you have any questions, just send me an email and ask me, and I'll look myself. Amaka, did you get that? I think you might have logged off a little. I don't know. I want to make sure that that came through. Good. No problem. Are there any other questions from the few people who are left? If so, I'm happy to answer them here, or I can end the video and we can just talk off the recording. I'm going to take that as a no. Is Olan Rawaju here? Is he listening? Possibly not. Okay, I'm just going to end the video right here. Thanks again, everyone who stuck around for. Oh, you can't hear anything? I can tell on my computer that my mic is coming through. Okay, I think I don't think the video is getting through here, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video recording, and I'll keep talking to. Yeah, I'll keep talking to you on chat. Let me go ahead and end the recording. Thanks, everyone. Have a good summer.